Hi, I'm Katie Moller, and this course I decided to do a social media strategy evaluation on the University of North Dakota's women's soccer team. A background about the group. They've been around for over a decade at UND. They currently play in the Big Sky, which is Division I soccer. They've had a rough go at it a couple years with a bad record, but recently they acquired 2 new coaches, and they're really looking to rebrand the team and change the culture, and that includes on the internet and social media to help recruits see what it's like to be here even when they can't come on campus always. My relationship with the team is that I've been on the team for 2 years. I just finished my sophomore season, and I was also a captain last season, which is cool, and then I'm going into my junior season a captain as well. So it was really pretty simple to get the coach's trust to help work with our social media, and I've been in constant contact with them over this course, being like, hey, could we even do this, because we have some regulations from the NCAA as well as the school. And so it's just been kind of a cool process to see what we can do, what we can't do, what they like, what they want to know more about. A disclosement about this is that I've not been able to apply any of the things that I want to quite yet, because our season isn't until the fall, and so that's when people are going to be paying attention to our Twitter, to our Instagram, and so we've decided to wait and implement those in the coming season, so maybe be on the lookout for those. But I'm going to run through some scenario reports of how we hope that it comes through, if it comes through, and what we're going to do in each scenario. So to first start out, let's talk about the pre-evaluation stage of North Dakota Soccer's Twitter. Before, with the old coaches, there was very little content. There was no photos really. The videos were the generic recaps that come out from all the North Dakota sports. It just wasn't very inviting. We didn't really have an Instagram presence. With the 2 new coaches who came on in January, our content has really come a long way. There's a lot more content. There's pictures, there's videos. As Mayor Tuck would say, there's a lot more storytelling. It's saying, oh, what are we doing at practice? It's explaining what the coaches are doing when they're on the road. It's a lot more fun to look at now, but I still think we're underutilizing it, especially when it comes to game day content. And because we haven't had the new coaches for game day, I don't know where we'd be, but as of now, there's a lot of improvement for this. A big thing with as far as our SWOT analysis, is a lot of our strength is that we have a lot of authenticity. We have a lot of content that is unique to us because we're a unique group of girls, we're a unique team. We're from Grand Forks, North Dakota. That's always fun to hear what we get around to doing for fun. For our weaknesses, our big thing is just our presence and our followers. There's not a lot of fans. It's mostly other teams or recruits and a couple family members, but nothing really where it's like other athletes are really interested in looking at our Twitter or our Instagram, so we really need to look at that. A lot of opportunities come from game day content, so this means player interviews before, it means player interviews after, coach interviews, a lot more recapping, highlights, things like that, so that even if people didn't catch the game or couldn't catch the game today, they can still feel like they're part of the team. And I think that's a really good opportunity for us. Big threats just come from other teams in our same league, which right now it's the Big Sky. The closest rival being North Dakota State, just because they're the other D1 soccer school in North Dakota, and soon to be in our new league, the Summit League. And so they put a lot of content about what the girls are doing off the field, which could really build a lot of community support for us, which could get us funding. So we need to watch that threat and maybe see some opportunities from what they've been doing. For what we're going to look at for our return on investments for these things, it's going to be Twitter followers, Instagram followers, donors, and as well as fans at our games. So by tracking those kind of numbers, we should be able to track how our improvements are coming along. Mostly right now, we're just on Twitter and Instagram, which are pretty normal platforms. Hopefully, if we get those down, we can add other things, maybe podcasts or Facebook or other accounts. Other than that, our pre-evaluation it's getting better, but there's definitely lots of room for improvement, especially on the video side, and as well as player-produced content side is really going to be where we can expand our horizons. It's getting the players to make the content and not just the coaches talking about it. You want to meet us and you want to see what we're doing for fun, and so hopefully we can produce more content and show you what we like to do on and off the field. my strategy and plan would be to implement a new video segment called Meet the Player, which would just be a fun time to find out where the player's from, what are their hobbies, their interests, what they bring to the team, and then just some like funny questions and stuff, just so like we could put them out during game days and be like, hey, come watch our game, and then you watch a little video about us messing around, and it'd just be kind of fun and bring a little bit more hype around game days so more people want to come. The other one, that's the biggest strategy I want to implement, is I want to really bring and capture that game day. Another thing would be Twitter polls, is running polls on game day or after game day of like, who is the MVP? Who do you think will be the MVP? What do you think the score will be? Kind of things like that, just so fans feel engaged and they feel like they can interact and really be part of the game day experience. And between those two things, those are really strong things I want to bring to the table. For as far as implementing it, we plan to implement it this fall. The coaches are on board with this, our media guys are on board with this, so we'll just be executing it this fall. Like I said, I haven't really done much, but again, this fall will be a big thing for us. As far as results reports in our conclusion section, haven't implemented it, so we don't have direct results, but from what it seems like from other teams, they've had great success with videos of Meet the Players. They've had none of them really done Twitter polls, so that will be interesting to find out. But we're hoping that if Twitter polls engage more fans will maybe want to come. We're hoping that videos engage more fans, they'd want to come. If for some reason neither of these work out, it might be coming with a lot more little jabs of pictures, text, and things like that, trying to entice them, and then maybe shorten the videos and so they'd be quicker to watch, or try to make them more exciting, or just work on how we present the videos to be watched. So like what Vaynerchuk says is like, what the text and the picture, how does that really capture your eye? How does that engage the person looking at it, the consumer? So we're just hoping for the best with that, and like we said, there's different ways we can try to present the information and see how that feedback comes, but I really think it will come out really good with a video content, because that's what other teams have done, and a lot of fans really enjoy that. Like hockey does their little video segment before the games, and everyone quiets down and watches it in the arena. So hopefully that will be kind of like the same thing with us, where like people want to watch the video because it's something they're used to seeing. So really, like I said, I haven't really seen anything improvement over time. I haven't been able to track results, but we have ideas of what we want, and we're hoping to really increase our fan base for people coming to the games, and they do count how many fans come to each game, so that will be really able to be measurable. Like we put out this many videos and this many fans can game, and we're putting out videos and we're consistently seeing more fans. We can probably draw a correlation between the two, so that's really how we'll plan on measuring it. We're making sure we're going to balance our content and stuff. As far as finishing remarks and stuff, I learned a lot that I didn't realize went into social media. You really have to plan like a long-term plan. You can't just start putting things out willy-nilly. You really have to know what you want to end up with and what content will get you there in what ways. You can't just put all your big stuff out in the beginning. You have to slowly pace yourself. You have to put little jabs, big right hooks. You have to really think about the content you want, and also you have to really think about the medium you want to go through. For us, Twitter and Instagram are good outlets. That's what a lot of sports are on. But I've definitely learned that, Pinterest or podcasts or different things, or Reddit might be better mediums for different things, which I had never really thought of before. I thought every medium could work for any business, but I don't think that's true anymore. So definitely learned a lot. Things I would change is just trying to get out content sooner and more content, and staying up to date with modern things. And definitely also thinking about tailoring it to our audience. Our audience is really big, so it's not going to be too hard, it's not too narrow, but we're definitely going to want to make sure we keep it interesting, not boring, and well edited, so people really do want to watch it. Overall, I definitely think that our social media can improve over the next season, and that we will be able to have measurable results of it. I also hope to see you guys out there, because it'd be really cool just knowing that what we produce has fans. So look out for all our videos and stuff on our Twitter and stuff, and then come out and watch us. Well, thanks guys, even though I didn't meet really any of you, and thanks for the really nice comments over the semester.